Hey guys, welcome to Jess Checks Out. I am Jess, and today we are checking out Agnes Grey by Anne Brontë, and it's a rant. So let's go. Alright, I'm gonna make this as short as I can because I can't remember half the book and I just read it 3 days ago. Alright, so as you know, for the reading goals in this channel, I am just trying to read some classics by women that, kind of stood the test of time. Agnes Grey kept coming up on lists. I have no freaking idea why. So I decided, hey, let's try it, right? I have the Tenant of Wildfell Hollow that I need to read because I actually bought it, and so I'd like to read it, but it ain't a priority, we'll put it that way. Alright, so I read this. I read Agnes Grey. Content warnings. Oh my god, so many content warnings for animal abuse. Like, the first half of the book is nothing but basically describing animal abuse. Did not know that going in. Oh my god, okay. Like, that one with Addison, Kate Walsh, and Grey's Anatomy going, yeah, this was me this entire book. Okay, so the first half was nothing but disrespectful kids, the disrespectful children. Oh my god, disrespectful children. Okay. This one character, Agnes, they come from a not well-to-do, but they're getting by family. I think her father is a preacher or something, and so he's got his own parish that he's been given. Blah 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 blah. He badly invests his money, and in doing so, they lose basically everything, and so they go from okay to genteel poverty, basically. And then Agnes is like, well, I would like to do this. Apparently her mom had 8 kids. She and her sister are the only survivors, her sister Mary. And so they've kind of babied Agnes to the point that, she doesn't know what she can and can't do, but she wants to try it out, which, okay, valid. Just makes sense to me. So she's like, I would like to be a governess. She has, basically no skills, but hey, someone's willing to take her. Her aunt's like, all right. Sorry, that was bothering me. So her aunt's like, all right, I can follow this. We can do lots of things. I'll put this out there because her mom's family has written them off because her mom came from a lady type situation to below. Very Jane Austen-esque. Like, imagine the bleakness of Jude the Obscure mixed with Jane Austen. Welcome to Agnes Grey. Still better than Jane Eyre, though. We don't talk about my hatred of Jane Eyre, okay? Or Jane Austen. One day I should, but today is not that day. Otherwise, I'll be ranting for 3 years. But basically, she finds that children are not quite as malleable and amendable as she thought. The oldest daughter is looking to get married. She's having her coming out, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, she ends up leaving there. And thank God, because, again, I was tired of hearing about the animal abuse and the cruelty. That was, a major thing for the whole half of that first book. So then she goes to her second place after a little while, and she meets a guy that she's interested in, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember, 90% of the book because it was so dull. And so they have their work, and then her father dies, and so she has to go back home, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea because, it's, again, very Jane Austen-esque. You get the resolution from a different couple things. You get Agnes realizing that, maybe it wasn't going to be as easy as she thought at some point. Agnes was very naive. She was very, in the beginning, she was very naive. After that, she wasn't naive, but she wasn't exactly tuned in to the world around her either. I listened to this on Audible. Amelia Fox did what she could to fix this, but it's really hard. I don't understand why this book is on the list. I understand that it's the Brontë sisters are considered, some classic literature that everyone should read. I'm not that person. I'm going to say avoid this book. I didn't plan on having a rant review in January again. I believe my Ice Queen came out in January or February of last year. I'm gonna say, don't read it. If you enjoy animals not being tortured, don't read this. If you enjoy not wanting to drop kick employers, don't read this. Apparently, this was written based on some of Anne Bronte's experiences, I guess, from a little bit of research that I did. It was written in 1847, somewhere around there. So some of it makes sense, but that doesn't mean I have to like it, and I don't. I don't. Just kick this one. Go find something happy. At this point, you could go read like Dr. Seuss to clear your mind. I actually went into a slump after this, and I had to read Dead Ringer by Lord Durham, which was a great like short novella, cozy mystery that kind of kicked me back into reading again because I was so angry at this book that I still am. Dead Ringer, by the way, was great. It was fun. So it was about a wedding expose, or expo, I guess I should say. It was a wedding expo, and what happens. Kind of like it's got a little bit of like but caper mixed in with like some 1990, like late 1990s, 2000s Kate Hudson vibe type, characters. So I enjoyed it a lot. I did not like Agnes Grey. Go read Dead Ringer. Avoid this one. That's my review. So, have you read this one? Do you like it? Did you find it to be good? Was there something interesting? Do you find anything fun out of this book if you've read it? Have you read the Brontes? Do you like the Brontes? Do you have a particularly good book that you like by them? Because this is the first out of my classics, one of 6. It was a 2-star. Do you think I've read this wrong? Like, let me know. Tell me in the comments. Describe what's your favorite classic by a woman. It doesn't have to be like an English woman. As long as it's translated, I will read it. Because I actually have a translated section too, but I actually just want to read other things as well. I have a ton more books coming up in this collection and this like 6 series. I'm reading Anne of Green Gables currently for a buddy read book club type thing on Instagram. I will link that below. It's by Hod Patches Reads. And I am going to be reading The Enchanted April in Orlando, probably in February. I have another one coming that's passing, which I think is basically the basis of The Vanishing Half. Oh, I meant to put that in my favorite books of 2022. That was a really good book. I'll talk about that more in another video. I'll put that in the passing video, actually. But anyway, so that's my review. I'm trying to keep this one short and sweet. I told you I'll be putting some out every month. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.